Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the Sevens. Samoa taking on England. This is a huge fixture because if Samoa win, they do not have to face Fiji in the next stage. If they do lose this game, though, it does mean that they are going to have to go head-to-head with the Flying Fijians at quarter-final time. But at the moment, England, they've been looking pretty decent throughout the early stages of this competition. Looking through at Samoa's starting lineup, it will be Pelo Maleko, Ioana Sione, also Valvasa Afa, Paul Scanlon back in the starting lineup, Malani Matavao, Steve Onisai, and then the man who was able to score a try last week, and that is going to be Le Tufia. And actually by last week, I mean last game, as it was not too far ago that he was able to get it. And then looking through at the English lineup, it is going to be Api Bavardra in there, also Hayden Hyde, Jamie Adamson, Alex Davis, Tom Bowen, Tom Emery, and then also Will Homer, sorry. It is there for that, but nonetheless, guess we will have to wait and see how this match ends up going. Only a few moments away from the kickoff. Samoa taking on England. That is going to be 10 versus 8. Like I mentioned, Samoa, they have been able to do pretty nicely against England in the past, including that quarterfinal that they were able to beat them 26 points to 24. In that game, we saw 5 versus 6 for that one. One moment. We'll go there. And we will go like this as well. There we go. We have got it all sorted out. We are just making sure that everything is running smoothly for this live stream. The captain, Alex Davis, against the captains in Valvasa Afa, Apelo Maleko, and also Matavao, going with that split for Samoa. Really seems like they've been able to find a winning combination. To be honest, they were able to beat themselves, or not beat themselves, sorry. They were able to beat both of their oppositions in the earlier stages of Pool D. Now both sides about to make their way out there, but Samoa, they had to work hard in their last game, able to just sneak it up against Scotland. And now England running out onto the field up against, it will be Samoa. And also we've got there, did I say Samoa versus Samoa? I feel like I'm very excited at the moment for this match, as you guys can tell. Let's go Manu Samoa, says Nathan. See, that's the thing. My fingers are actually crossed. I don't normally pick sides, but I want to see Samoa versus Fiji further through the competition than a quarterfinal. I feel like that matchup deserves to be at least a semi. So we do need England to lose this game. But England have been playing very well, so it's not going to be too easy for the English to be able to lose it. But nonetheless, we are just about to get underway. Jeremy Rozia, he is going to be in charge of this one. He's a very experienced referee here. But currently now, Adamson, he's ready to go. I'm nervous for both of these sides. Currently, there is plenty of hype around the ground. Now, kicking it off, Emery gets us underway for this game between the two sides. And now, Samoa have been able to claim it there on their own 40-metre line. Malani Matavao slings it wide to Sione. Using this one nicely. Come on, Rochelle, do it for Munster. And there says Jack as well. And yeah, they're working hard at the moment for themselves. I believe it is still sitting at the same score, isn't it? Between those two sides, currently a knock-on early on from Emery, so not what he would have been wanting in the early stages. So now we will have a scrum feed. And it will actually be in favour of the English, as there was a little knock-on from Samoa. And winner plays Spain, the loser plays Fiji. So that is going to be massive. You don't want to play Fiji in a quarterfinal. You don't really want to play Spain either. But Spain, they're an up-and-coming side, which is why I'd love to see Samoa go head-to-head with them. And also England versus Fiji, I feel would be quite an entertaining fixture alongside that. But now Homer feeding that ball in. It'll be Homer with a couple quick steps. Pelo Maleko is able to drag him down on 22-21, 17 to Lansdowne and La Rochelle have the advantage. And there says Jack there. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting finish for that matchup. And also good luck, Manu. Says Nicky Famai now around the side. Good pierce from Emery. Does stay on his feet for just a little bit longer. And now they need to make sure that the discipline of Samoa, it's got to be important for them in Champions League tonight. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game now. Going for the corner. Here, Adamson gets close. He's short of the line. He's going to be held up. No, he's not. He's got the ball down. And now Jamie Adamson does manage to score the first try of the match. And just like that, it is going to be England who have been able to get themselves the first try of the match. Now, I will say that isn't the end of the world because Samoa, they were down by 12 and they were able to fight back and get themselves a nice big lead. And then forward in there. That is going for the try. He just managed to get it down. Will Homer recycles or kind of does a little bit of a washing machine exercise around swishing it down. And Adamson scores. It's gone over as well. Brilliant kick from England. And now the score is 7-0 in favour of the English. Currently the conversion, we are sitting at 7-0 Samoa. They need to fight back if they do want a chance of not facing Fiji. You don't want to face Fiji. No one wants to face Fiji for a game. Not until the final. We need to get to take them on. I mean, England definitely won't want to face Fiji, and that is why they will be going absolutely berserk here. But they have said that it hasn't quite gone the 10. But anyway, Samoa have been able to get that ball back. Now it is Sione. Ball on the outside. Nice sideways run in there from Samoa. Now Valvasa Afa tries to use some extra pace that he's got. Scanlon now goes off across to Malani Matavao. Looking for a couple offload options, but instead does decide to take contact and runs straight at Hayden Hyde. Samoa on the halfway line, continuing to phase. And La Rochelle 5 meters out. Come on. In there as well. There's Jackman Alva. Apilo Maleko. Now 45 meters out from their own line. Now back across once again. Now Malani Matavao. Nice step made. And now it will be Sione. Passes back across. Samoa stuck on the halfway line, currently trying to make their way through, but it doesn't look like that option. As coming now, Pilo Maleko kicks it in behind. It's going to be a good foot race, though, and nicely done by Tom Bowen, who had to get straight on that ball. And they do hang on to it here for England. They're inside of their own 22. Homer goes across to the captain, Davis. In fact, it is going to be the number 10. Under pressure there for Tom Emery. Homer now goes off to the right-hand side. Both of these sides at an absolutely stalemate. And also, Bro won Fiji and USA. So it was the Fijians who were able to get themselves the try. Or, sorry, the win there. So because of it, it does mean that it is actually Fiji number 1 in that group. So whoever wins this game faces off with Spain. Whoever loses this game, it is going to be up against Fiji. And hi, says Alamir. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. And also, they knocked it on. Says Jack there. And it looks like some pretty strong play from England in the early stages of this one. Samoa, they're trying to counter it, but I haven't quite been able to find that answer that they are needing. But now, ready to throw this one in once again for the scrum. Samoa, hardly any other possession. And also, please let me the time. And this is Alamir. So currently, we have got 2 minutes 25 left on the clock here for the first half. So still another whole half to go here. Now Samoa passes it across. Matavao, in fact, takes the carry, doesn't offload it to Paul Scanlon. That was almost in from the side for Tom Bowen. Got to be careful with that now. Ione Sione running it straight sideways. That's a risky tactic from Samoa. They've used it quite a bit throughout this match, but for now, they still hang on the position. Also, we've got the Wendosley Island and New Zealand squads get announced. I think it's in a couple weeks' time, or at least 1.5 weeks' time, or somewhere around there. But now, passing it back across. Scanlon, in fact, it was Oni side, gives it off to Valvasa Afa. Now a couple big fends from the Samoan grade, and now that one's gone into touch. Almost, but Fiji, or sorry, not Fiji, England have been able to keep it in the field away. And no, Will Homer, he looks like he's going to be going in, and this will be a try for England. And this will be another one. So not only were they down by 12 up against Scotland, but now they are going to be sitting there and 14 now. And also, please speak in Hindi. Unfortunately, I do not know Hindi, so that would be quite tricky to do, sadly. But I know that YouTube, I believe, have subtitles for live stream, so you could be able to kind of have that as your closed caption, as it is called. It's kind of that CC, and it might be able to help you out for what I am saying. Last one, but Will Homer, sorry. Will Homie, I don't think he'd like me calling him that. England, they are now going to be sitting 14-0 up now. And that is going to be very nicely done. Conversion does end up going over 14-0 in favour of England. And this is not the start to the match that Samoa would have been after. They seem to be struggling right now. So I'm hoping that it will end up changing a little bit in that second half. But Emery now going to be kicking it off. It's gone just the 10 minutes. Taken nicely by Pilo Maleko. And also we need England to go down to 5 men again, says Jack. They may need them to. Because that's the thing. That game was weird when it was 5 versus 6, like I mentioned. Currently now offload once again from Sione. Now Letufia goes across. Scanlon gives it off to Malani Matawao. Big fin there. It's being dragged down and also has knocked the ball on there for Samoa. Now England goes off Alex Davies. Will Homer linking up nicely. Out is the big number 13, Bavadra. England, if they score now, this game could be over, and they're most likely they'll announce the AB squads after Super Rugby finals. And there as well, yeah, so I don't think they'll go too early for them in this one. Rather, because that's the thing, I think South Africa were going to announce their side, but they actually decided to delay it a little bit more with the playoff games of the USA and Leinster knockout, or knock on. Don't know what's happening. And also, we have got their island for sure. And also, you are is Mali. And as I says, Alemur, I'm not too sure what that is. I'll be honest, so I wish I could help you out for that one. But now it's going to be once again Samoa with only about 30 seconds left. In fact, we're 30 seconds after we've hit halftime. And now Letafia goes off to Malani Matavao. Pins the ears back, running hard. He's broken one tackle. He's offloaded on the inside to Paul Scanlon, and that will be the try for Samoa right at the end of this first half. A much needed try. And very nicely done by Samoa. But like I was saying, they needed to finish this first half well, and they have done just that. And now it does mean that they have got the opportunity of maybe trying to give themselves a little bit more of a chance. Let's go. And as I says, Nathan also, I'm not sure. Says Nathan there. But as soon as we know who the results are in terms of the quarterfinal matches, we will let you know. I know that currently South Africa versus Australia is one. Then another matchup that we have got is Spain versus the winner of this game. The loser of this game will take on Fiji. And then the last game that has taken place, I believe it is Canada versus... No, actually, New Zealand. We've got someone, don't we? New Zealand, they are taking on... It's not France. It's not Scotland. It's not England. It's not Wales. It's not Japan. I can tell you all the teams that it's not, but I can't quite think of the team that it actually is. So I might have to have another quick look at that. But New Zealand, I want to say it might actually be up against Canada. But we normally play Canada. So it might not be. So it is New Zealand. They will be taking on Ireland. Oh, that's a team that's very hard to forget, isn't it? They're a very tough side. We'll have to wait and see whether or not they are able to get themselves a monumental win. But currently, 8 tackles made by both sides. 3 tackles missed by both sides here as well. So currently ticking over pretty even for the first half, but it is 14 points to England and 7 for Samoa as well. Now, Samoa looking determined in their halftime chat. I mean, you've got Brian Lemmer, as he was called the chiropractor. You don't get that nickname by being a nice man to play up against on the rugby field. He runs over people, and he will be hoping Apilo Maleko and a couple of their other teammates in Samoa's side can do the same. But looking at the bench that England have got for this matchup, they have got the likes of Blake Boylan, Joe Browning, Frederick Roddick, and also Clemenson in there as well. Falaniko, he is there at number 9. Opitai at 4. Purcell at 6. Fitu, Owen Nuya, and now Ronan O'Gara's Army. Please let us show nothing has changed in the last 5 minutes, says Jack. And of course, that game going on at the same time. And it's very close. I can actually see it up in the corner as well, this game between the two sides of La Rochelle and Leinster. Looks like it's going down to the wire, maybe similar to what we see for this matchup. But now the second half about to get underway between these two sides. We are ready to go. Matavao kicks us off for Samoa. Goes up high, taken nicely by Alex Davis, who was glided down by Bavardra. Now, passing it back across Boyland. Gives it off now, one more wide. Nicely running forward, and also we've got there, what a tackle Leinster, yes, and also the winner play with who. So pretty much the way that it will be sitting is whoever wins this game goes on to face Spain. Whoever loses this game has to face Fiji. So pretty much the gist of it is you do not want to lose this game, because or else you will. Oh no, Davis has just gone through and scored. So that won't be too confidence building for Samoa. And now it is currently 6 minutes 20 left, and also we've got the incredible Leinster defence, and it's going upstairs. I can't deal with this, says Jack there, but that is the first try for Alex Davis in the series. And it might be absolutely massive for them because it might have been the one that stops them from having to face off up against the Fijians. And also, thanks, says Nicky, no worries at all. So the other side of the draw, we have got New Zealand versus Ireland and Australia versus South Africa. So 2 big games that will be taking place in the near future. And then alongside that, it would be quite nice to see England take on, I want to see England, Fiji. And also the try is given, yes, Ronan. And as I said, Jack Cootie. So that will mean that Leinster more than likely will be able to keep themselves the win, do they? That is going to be missing away to the side for England. And now it is going to be 19 points to 7 in this game between the sides. But now it has kicked off once again. Samoa trying to claim it. It hasn't quite worked out for them. It is a knock-on, or in fact, the set has gone backwards. Now will be a nice run forward from Jamie Adamson once again. This is good defense from Samoa, but unfortunately, it's just allowed a little bit too much to go through. And also, we look at their tries given. Yes, Ronan. Oh, sorry, is it La Rochelle who were able to score that try rather than Leinster? Sorry, I got that around the wrong way, didn't I? I was thinking of Ronan Kelleher for Leinster for a start. But now driving forward there, and also 24 to 21 to La Rochelle with 40 seconds left. So here's Jack there. But now 5 minutes left in this game as well. Drop into the knee is the number 10 for England. Looks like it could be stolen here. Yes, it is. Samoa take the quick tap of Pilo Maleko trying to keep this game going at an extra tempo. Now Scanlon, nice pop pass on the inside to a Pilo Maleko. Does the big fend. Finds the offload of Valvas Afa. And that is going to be another try for Samoa. They are fighting back in this game, ladies and gentlemen. With still 4.5 minutes left. This game is hectic at the moment. And Valvas Afa is able to score a Pilo Maleko, doing very nicely for himself. And now, Valvasa Afa might have gone on our Whamalosi Manu. And there says King T. And such an important try in this match, because this one will be a nice, easy conversion. It is now going to be 14 points to 19. And also, thanks for the update. So here's Nathan there as well. But yeah, that game must be extremely close to it being over. And I think La Rochelle might almost be able to claim themselves the Champions Cup. And Leinster fans' tears taste very nice. So here's Jack there. Currently, England, they are still sitting at the top of Pool D. And Malani Matavao about to kick off this game for Samoa. Does end up going high. Taken nicely by Alex Davis once again. He's doing well in the air. I think he might have gotten a slight poke to one of the eyes. It looks like he was struggling a little bit to be able to see. That stage now Browning. So back across there, currently sitting on the 22 here for the English. Ray Nui going down, and also we've got the yellow face from Nathan. Yeah, massive win for La Rochelle. That's a penalty to Samoa now with 3.5 minutes left. Malani Matavao wasn't on the mark. Full time La Rochelle 24 and 21 to Leinster. Says Jack there. Now, Malani Matavao passes back across Pilo Maleko. Nice offload up to Sione. He breaks through. It's another try for the Samoans. And now you'd have to wonder, should he have run it in a little bit easier for that kicking option? But now sitting 19 points. In fact, they have been able to convert. So taking that conversion extremely quickly for Samoa, wanting to make sure that they do keep this game rolling in their momentum. This is for a spot in a quarterfinal against Spain. The next game for the loser of this game is going to be up against Fiji, the defending gold medalists. But a nice kick from Malani Matavao, making the score 21 points to 19 there. Come on, Samoa, you got the Zeus. And this is Nathan as well. But now it is going to be once again another opportunity. 2.5 minutes left in this matchup now. 2 minutes 20 left. Whoever wins faces Spain, like I mentioned. Whoever loses faces Fiji. And now Browning trying to go down the wing after only making his way onto the field at halftime. And come on, Samoa, you got the Zeus in there as well, says Nathan. But it's going to be the penalty to England. They don't mind slowing this down a little bit with only 2 minutes left on the clock, and also get the ball again, says Nicky Famai. Yeah, we will have to wait and see exactly how it is going to end up going. I'm nervous for both of these sides because you know how important the quarterfinals is, and not just the quarterfinals, but also the path from there. And La Rochelle Stoller with the 10 out of 10, says Sebastian. I did hear a little rumor, 24 points to 21 with a last-minute try for La Rochelle. So, yeah, a lot of people wouldn't have been expecting that as a result. Now, passing it back across, that is going to be in the hands of Bowen. Now, Manani Matavao goes back across. Still hanging on to this ball. Kicked in behind by Samoa. The pace of the flying number 10, Paul Scanlon. And he manages to get the try. He's just had himself crushed, and now he's been tackled by his teammate as well in the process. But Paul Scanlon, this match, has scored 2. And not only has he scored 2, but London, that is his second try that he has been able to get as well. Currently sitting 40 metres out. And they did just continue to attack. It was kicked in behind from Paul Scanlon, losing or using all of his pace that he has got, and is able to put the ball down in a very nice manner. And then kicked it behind. That was just nicely done by the Samoans, using that extra pace, putting it down. And Scanlon does possibly get the match winner for Samoa. If this kick, Malani Matavao has missed, which now means that with 30 seconds left, there's only 7 points difference between these two sides. The winner plays Spain, the loser plays Fiji, and it looks like we do know exactly how this one will end up going, maybe in the near future. But now Blake Boylan's got this ball, has to pass it across. Now Boyland goes back across. Bavadra goes to Davis. If this one is a draw, I believe Samoa actually will not get to play up against Spain. I believe on points differential, it would actually be England who do go head-to-head. But now, currently, it is sitting in the hands of Blake Boyland. Thought about going for the offload. Malani Matavao, nice work there. He was in the breakdown, but unable to get the turnover there. So still waiting for the final moment of this game. We are currently sitting 17 minutes past, or 17 seconds past. Bavadra tries to break the line. Great low tackle on him by Samoa's defense, trying to get in there with a counter ruck, unable to do so. Now Alex Davis once again goes back. Slip there for, I believe it was their number 9. And Ozan Dasitrovic there. As Ozan there, come on Samoa. Says hello there. But yeah, at this stage, we are now only with another 40 seconds left at this point of the match. Or in fact, 40 seconds past the full time. That's a penalty. And Samoa win. And now it does mean that they will be taking on Spain in the quarterfinal. Fiji will have England, and that is a massive win for the Samoans there as well. But thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will be seeing you all hopefully for the next one, which is going to be those quarterfinals tomorrow that we are going to be covering on the channel as well. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all.